Welcome, one and all, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Now, folks, I hope all my viewers out there in the Northeast are battening down the hatches, because tomorrow this region is supposed to get a whole lot of snow. At least that's what we've been told by the people who do this. Now, here in New York City, they're predicting the biggest snowstorm in 2 years. Now, if anybody out there has never been to New York in a snowstorm, it goes like this: 1 hour of beautiful fresh powder, 3 weeks of Mount Kilimanjaro garbage. The city is supposed to get up to 8 inches before 2 p.m. tomorrow in a nor'easter. Forecasters are predicting will be quick but intense. Nothing to be ashamed of, nor'easter. You haven't snowed in 2 years. Of course you're excited. Perfectly normal to have premature precipitation. Premature precipitation, not that easy to say. Thanks to the snow, tomorrow all New York City public schools will have remote classes. And I know people knock remote learning, but studies show there is no better way for your children to get in 8 hours of Minecraft. Of course, we're all still recovering from last night's epic overtime Super Bowl victory for the Kansas City Chiefs over the San Francisco 49ers in, I forget which city it was. Travis?
Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Viva! Viva Las Vegas!
Somehow, he was able to get drunk between the end of the game and the trophy. That's dedication. After the ceremony, Travis hopped back onto the field for a much-anticipated smooch from Taylor Swift. Yes! I love their love. Also, I bet $500 there'd be no tongue. Pay up, DraftKings. There was one especially controversial ad that played during the game. It was supporting independent presidential candidate and man whose body is in a May-December romance with his head. Robert Kennedy Jr. The ad used images and music from his uncle John F. Kennedy's 1960 presidential campaign. Well, Kennedy's family has slammed the ad, especially his cousin Bobby Shriver, whose mother, Eunice Kennedy Shriver, is featured in the ad. Shriver said his mother would be appalled by his deadly healthcare views. Respect for science, vaccines, and healthcare equity were in her DNA. To which RFK Jr. replied, only because her DNA was altered by the vaccine. Hashtag horse-based life. Now, he's got a point. He's got a point. It's a stupid point, but he has a point. Bobby Jr. did eventually post this tweet: I'm so sorry if the Super Bowl advertisement caused anyone in my family pain. The ad was created and aired by the American Values Super PAC without any involvement or approval from my campaign. FEC rules prohibit super PACs from consulting with me or my staff. I love you all. God bless you. Well, that is a very nice apology. That would seem even more sincere if he hadn't pinned the ad at the top of his Twitter feed. Kind of insulting. That's like sending someone a card that says, my deepest apologies for rubbing my ass on this card. Now, you gotta seal the envelope somehow. Of course, the biggest losers last night were right-wing internet wackos. You see, they had a conspiracy theory out there that the NFL had somehow rigged the Chiefs' playoff game so they would make it to the Super Bowl, where Taylor and Travis would endorse President Biden halfway through. So during the halftime show? Now, I know that sounds crazy, but there is precedent. Remember when Madonna did this in 2012?
Open your heart, I like Mitt Romney.
Yeah. People forget.
I forgot.
People forget about that. Such short memories. After the Chiefs won, Biden trolled all the trolls by tweeting the Dark Brandon meme with the phrase, just like we drew it up. Ha ha! I gotcha! Because if there's one thing right-wing conspiracy theorists have, it's a sense of humor about themselves. Hey, QAnon, want to come to my pizza party? Biden also gave a Super Bowl address on Twitter from what appears to be a movie theater.
You know, when buying snacks for the game, you might have noticed one thing. Sports drinks bottles are smaller. A bag of chips has fewer chips, but they're still charging you just as much.
Sir, I know they used to put more chips in every bag, but we're 15 minutes into Argyle. Could we talk about this later? Thank you very much. Can't put your feet on the chair in front of you, thank you. Then Biden proceeded to give the candy companies the business.
Some companies are trying to pull a fast one by shrinking the products little by little and hoping you won't notice. Give me a break. The American public is tired of being played for suckers. I'm calling on companies to put a stop to this.
Hell yeah, Joe. It is time to name names. Chex Mix, stop putting those rock-hard toast discs in there. Cracker Jacks, a piece of paper with one riddle is not a prize. You gotta give me a whistle or any choking hazard. Tootsie Rolls, congratulations, you tricked me into eating a chocolate candle. You feel big now? Come on! Last Thursday, we finally got the report from the special counsel investigating Joe Biden's retention of classified documents, Robert Hur. Hur's investigation found insufficient evidence to charge the president with any crime, but the report did contain one bombshell. After a 15-month investigation, special counsel Hur has determined Joe Biden is old. And I'm sorry you all had to find out this way. Turns out he's not just old. Hur said the president could be described as a sympathetic, well-meaning elderly man with poor memory. Kind of going off-road in a report about classified documents. Your Honor, we, the jury, have reached a verdict. We find the defendant not guilty of murder, but he is ugly and his mother dresses him funny. Now, here's the thing, is that we fact-checked this last Thursday, and it turns out Joe Biden is old. And I said double-check today, and it turns out he's older. Now, maybe that's a problem, maybe that's not. One thing's for sure, is that a lot of Democrats panicked about it. Paul Begala rent his garments, rubbed ashes on his head, and went to live in a cave. James Carville chewed off his own leg. Some people begged Biden's team to improve the lighting in his public appearances. There you go, because under a harsh fluorescent bulb, Biden looks like this. But in natural light, he looks like this. It's the lighting. That's all it is. So some say it's the lighting. Other Democratic operatives are pushing for Biden to use better makeup. Explains Maybelline's new slogan, maybe she's born with it, maybe she's the only thing standing between us and the complete collapse of American democracy. Here's the thing. Hur's extracurricular description of the president reinforces a concern many voters already have about his advanced age. But we are where we are. Unless something drastic happens, it's Biden versus Trump. Voters are just going to have to choose between a sympathetic, well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory or a contemptible, malicious elderly rapist with a poor memory. I don't know what to do. It's not only that, but one who keeps saying stuff like this.
NATO was busted until I came along. I said, everybody's going to pay. One of the presidents of a big country stood up and said, well, sir, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want.
That's right. Pay up, Europe. Pay up, Europe, or who's going to encourage Russia to invade you? Hey, Belgium, nice little country you got here. Why don't you fork over the cash? Let's just say you're going to sleep with the waffles. This is not, okay. Sure. And this is not just some slip of the tongue. It's a long-held belief. Back in 2020, Trump even told EU President Ursula von der Leyen,
You need to understand that if Europe is under attack, we will never come to help you and support you.
Never come to help or support you. You know what, something that's actually kind of sweet? He quoted his wedding vows. Speaking of which, Speaking of which, Trump is in South Carolina this weekend and used the opportunity to go after Nikki Haley's marriage.
Then she comes over to see me at Mar-a-Lago. Sir, I will never run against you. She brought her husband. Where's her husband? Oh, he's away. He's away. What happened to her husband? What happened to her husband? Where is he? He's gone.
Now, to be fair, Trump struggles with object permanence, so this is what he sounds like when anything leaves his field of vision.
The ball rolled behind the couch. Where is ball? Ball is away. What happened to ball? What happened to ball? Ball gone. All gone. All. Where ball? Peekaboo.
Fun fact, Nikki's husband, Michael Haley, is away because he's a National Guardsman serving a voluntary year-long deployment in Djibouti. Oh, turns out he's a service member. That is a kick in the jaballs. Now, unrelated to this, as soon as Melania heard about the story, she joined the National Guard. But, you know... You know their slogan, be all you can be best. Haley's husband weighed in, tweeting a meme that said, the difference between humans and animals would never allow the dumbest ones to lead the pack. Trump responded with his own version of the meme, proving how smart he is. This is a whale. On Friday, Trump was talking to what's left of the NRA and tried a new tactic to scare up the vote in the Keystone State.
So Pennsylvania is one of the most important battleground states in the nation. If you live in this Commonwealth, register everyone you know and get them out to vote. We have to win in November, or we're not going to have Pennsylvania. They'll change the name. They're going to change the name of Pennsylvania.
Yes, they're going to make Pennsylvania woke, okay? They're going to make Pennsylvania trans. They're going to change the name to Transylvania, home of Count Dracula.
We got a great show for you tonight. My guest is John Oliver, but when we come back, it's Meanwhile. Join us, won't you?